Hello everybody and welcome back. So today we are going to be talking about some writing essentials and some tools. They're kind of the same thing, but it just sounded like a better title, so that's the story behind that. Alright, let's dive right in. You probably heard a lot of people say, get a notebook, get a notebook. And I'm here to tell you the same thing, but I'm going to give you a little bit more reasons behind why it is so important. For one, if you have a lot of characters' names. Maybe you're like working on one book and then you want to switch to another book and then you want to go back to this book and then you kind of forget because you didn't get to that part yet or something like that. But for me, it's just like I write down cast of characters and then write everybody's names and who's related to who and where all those people go and just all this different stuff. And you can just write down all of those ideas that you have just kind of running around in there for your book. It's going to be really, really helpful. Sticky notes I find are a little bit more helpful when you are like writing different ideas like in a different scene, or maybe you forgot something and you want to stick a sticky note and you're just like, yeah, slap it on the board. If you have a board. If not, you can use the flap of your notebook. I put mine on the front of it, and that's where I like to put them, especially when I have all of my sticky notes just they're all together and they're in one happy little spot, and I just flip it open and there they are. So whatever works best for you. If you don't want to use a notebook, you can use your phone. This is great when you're on the go and you're just like, oh wow, there's just an idea that just came to me and I don't want to forget it, and I don't, obviously you don't carry a notebook everywhere you go now, or just, it's like, it's a notebook. Even if it's a travel size notebook, I don't like to use those as much. I find the phone's a little easier. But whatever works for you, if you like having an actual notebook or taking around with you, that's awesome. In fact, that I wish I could do that, but for me, it's just like type, 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 type. So I do not have the patience. I just don't have it. It's so sad. But whatever works for you, use that so that way you don't let any ideas fall through the cracks. And probably the most important thing is your water bottle. Always have it next to your desk so that way you do not faint. I don't want to see anybody fainting at their desks while they're working on a project. It just kind of slows the creative process down. Playlists are very, very important, and let me just tell you why. Using music soundtracks for certain moods, it actually takes my emotions, it gets me emotionally involved to write even more creatively, and it really just, it brings out so much life into it that I can't really express. Let me put it this way. I was crying at 1 a.m. twice because I used this method. Once with a song with lyrics, once with songs like, it was with lyrics again, yeah. But I was using these different songs to bring out the emotion that was in the scene, and I used it to my advantage, and I think it worked out really well. Crying at 1 a.m. twice. Start a ritual for writing, and what I do for mine is just drinking some water, having it next to my desk, turning on my music, and that is my ritual. But you can tailor this to whatever you want to do. You can light a candle, you can have like a cup of hot chocolate or tea, especially when it's getting colder outside. That might be something you want to do. So whatever that one thing that gets you into a writing mood, then you're just like, oh yeah, this is kind of how it is, and this is my writing time. So set those things and put those into your writing schedule to get you in the mood. Not to mention that your desk should be cleaned before you start writing. It's just, it helps a lot, because if your desk is all covered in stuff, like I had to clean it for this video, So with that, just keep your desk clean. Just a rule of thumb. After you're done working, put your notes away. Do all that ahead of time, and just give yourself that nice workspace to work from. It'll be a much pleasanter experience. Yes, and now we get to talk about something that I don't see a whole lot of writers talking about for sure, is blue light glasses. Invest in a pair of these, everybody, because they will help you. They're called blue light canceling sometimes, and you can find those at Walmart. You can find them online. You know, they're about like in between like $15 to $20. And finally, the most important essential of them all. Get ready for it. Imaginary drum roll, please. Sleep. It's sleep, okay? A well-rested brain is a creative brain. You need to take the time for you to get some rest. Please do this, because I have noticed this, like when I had time off from work, I got a little too excited. And I stayed up really late. I wrote until who knows what hour, and I was just like, yes, we got to get it out on the page, which isn't really the healthiest thing. I hit writer's burnout hard, like extremely hard. So that is the most important thing, is getting sleep and just valuing your rest time, okay? Value that. Put some effort towards it, like create a night routine. Like at this point, I have to stop writing, because if I don't get the sleep, I don't get the output next day. It's not gonna work so good. So do that. Alrighty guys, I hope these tips helped you, and tell me below which tools were the most helpful for you, and I will see you in my next video. See you later guys, bye!